Hello grade 3, how are you? Good. This is the review video for the unit 7 and 8 for your big quiz. The big quiz comes with this video as a PDF, 4 pages, and the answer page. Okay, this is what I want you to give me, send it back to me on the Patay Udom Suksa e-learning platform, the homework for this lesson. Okay, 272 song jet song. Okay, now you do not have a lot of time to do this. You don't get 7 days. I think you don't have 7 days. You might have 3 days or 2 days, so you need to do it fast. But I think you can do this in 20 minutes. How about this? When you finish watching this video, download this, do the test, and send it back to me today. It's very easy. So what will you need? You will need your student book if you want to practice Unit 7, look at Unit 7 and Unit 8. You will need to print your paper, your answer sheet. Don't forget your nickname, your class and your number. And you'll need a pencil to write on your sheet and maybe an eraser if you get things wrong. This is what I want sent to homework Patay Udom Suksa website. This, not the 4 pages. You know this, come on. This please, 1 page of answers. That's it. Time to review Unit 7 and Unit 8. Good luck. Okay, it's time to review Unit 7. It's been a while, been a long time since we looked at Unit 7. Can you remember everything that we looked at? What is it about? It's about subjects at school. Okay, time to remember. Go, go, go. Okay, let's look at our 6 subject words from Unit number 7. Subjects are the things that we do in the classroom. What's this one? Have a ball. They're wearing shorts and t-shirts. They're wearing sneakers. What is it? PE, physical education, PE. Okay, these children are looking at a map of the world. Maybe they are looking at different people. Maybe they're looking at those people to see how they are the same. Maybe what they wear, what they eat, how they speak, what they believe. They are maybe looking at how they are the same or how they are different. What is this? Social studies. Now this girl is trying to find an answer, isn't she? She's trying to find an answer to a problem using numbers. What is this subject called? Math. Now, these students are looking at something using a microscope. That object is called a microscope. They have some chemicals, the yellow chemical, blue, brown in the glass, in the glasses. Maybe they are mixing something to find an answer to what happens when we mix these together. So this subject is also about finding answers. What is it? Science. Science, yes. Now look at this, lots of colours. I see paint, I see paint brushes. I see children wearing overalls so they don't get their clothes dirty with paint. I see pictures. What is this class? Art. And the last one. Now this teacher is showing this student how to play a trumpet. I can see a girl with a flute, another boy with a saxophone at the back. What is this subject called? Music. Okay, these are our 6 subject words that we must know from unit number 7. Okay, can you remember the action words that we looked at last class? These are the things we do in the 6 subjects. Okay, number 1, what is this girl doing? Paint pictures. Number 2, this boy is in math class, but what do we do in math class? Solve math problems, that's right. Remember, solve, it means to look for the answer. Number 3, what do we do in science class? do experiments. Here, our action word is do. Okay, this is music class. What do we do in music class? Sing songs. Number 5, social studies. Now, sometimes we do this in social studies to find out where people live. What is this? Read maps. That's right, read maps. Number 6, PE. What do we do in PE? Play sports. Yes. Okay, please practice these actions because you will need to know them for the next big quiz, and try to remember what actions go with which subjects. Let's look at question 1 of Unit 7, the first question. The question is when. Now, when talks about somewhere in time. Somewhere in time. It can be in the past, adid. It can be in the present, pachuban. It can be in the future, anakot. But it is talking about somewhere in time. Now, it can mean real time, real time, wela, but it can also mean days or months, a time in a day or a day. It could be a Monday, a Tuesday, it could be a January, a February. It doesn't have to be 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, okay? So let's have a look. So this boy is looking at his watch. So here I think the good word for when would be mualai. But here there is a girl looking at a calendar, isn't there? So she's not looking at the time, she's looking at a part of time, a day or a month. Okay, so here it might be wan ti tau rai. That might be a better way for when, if we are looking at days and months. It could just be wan arai, what day, yeah? When. So here's our question, when do? Why do we say do? Why not does? It's not does. Why? Okay, so we know that when we see the word do, the people words, the pronouns that we can use are I, you, we, and they. When do I? When do you? When do we? When do they? What are the words we cannot use with do? He and she, that's right, he and she. He and she, we use does. We will look at that after this, okay? So here's our question, when do? When do you have? And then the name of the subject. When do you have PE? When do you have math? When do you have social studies? Now we know that the word is you because of the word do. So in this question in the book, we are using you. It could be I, it could be we, it could be they. But in the book, the question is you. When do you have... Oh, what subject is this? PE, that's right. When do you have PE? So this is our question. Okay, we've looked at the question. Now I suppose we should look at the answer. Here's our question. When do you have PE? When do you have PE? So we're using you and have. So the pronoun is you and the action is have. So let's remember it's PE. I have PE on Friday. I have PE on Friday. How do we know? Because the girl is thinking, it's Friday. So here is our answer words that we have to think about from the question. we have you, and we know there are two people speaking, aren't there? There are two people talking. So if person number one says you in the question, person number two talks about themselves. They say I. And the action must stay the same. You cannot change have to a different action. You cannot have kam tam have and then kam dot eat or run. It must be the same action. Yes? Okay. Can you see here? You becomes I because we know there are two people speaking, and the actions stay the same. Question have, answer have. Right, time to look at question 2 for unit 7. We looked at question 1 in the last class. Now let's look at question 2. Now it says question 2A. That's because we are going to look at two ways to ask and answer this question. So this is the first way. Okay, this is question 2A. The question word is what.อะไร? What? Huh? What? Okay, here's our question. What do? What do? Now, we're using the word do. What do we know about this word when we say do in a question? What do we know? What do we know? Lu, lao, alai. What do we know? What do we know? We know that we are going to use you or I. Yes. So here's our question. What do you do in, and then the name of the subject. What do you do in math? What do you do in art? What do you do in PE? Okay. There we go. So here we're going to ask the question, what do you do in art class? Now, art class is the name of the subject. Okay. Now, look at this question. We have do and do. What do you? What do you? Now, we say do here because we are using the word you. And then do number 2 we use because we are asking about tam. Tam, what do you do in art class? So, let's look at the answer. Here's our question, what do you do in art class? Now let's look at the answer. So here is our class, it's art. And we are using the word you in the question, what do you do in art class? So if we are using the question you, and there are two people speaking, then the answer will be I. That's right. I paint. Here's a boy, he's painting. Look, he has a paintbrush. I paint pictures. I paint pictures. So, what do you do in art class? I paint pictures. Now, look at the question again. Here we say in. What do you do in? Not on and not at. Okay, what do you do in art class? I paint pictures. Our question is what? The same question. What does? Uh-oh, now it is what does, not what do. Why? Why do we say does in this question? Yep, he or she. What does he do in, and then the subject? What does she do in, and then the subject? Now here we do not change do, okay? We do not change do because we have does. The word does, what does? This tells us that we are using he and she. You do not have to change the word do again, okay? So do number 2 in the question. Don't change it to does. It will be wrong, okay? What does he does? What does he do? Okay. What does he do in? Math class, there it is. Keep do the same after the pronoun. After he or she, we say do. And there's our subject. The subject in this question is math class. What does she do in math class? Let's remember the question. What does she do in math class? Now, we have he and she. So we know that in the question, he and she will be the same in the answer. If the question is about a boy, the answer will be he. If the question is about a girl, the answer will be she. So, here is our answer. He or she solves math problems. Now, look at the action. The action, solve. The action has S, don't S. If we use he or she in the answer, the action must have S, okay? She solves, he paints, she plays, he reads, okay? This is any action, not just for Unit 7, could be any action. What other ones do we have? He eats, she sleeps, he looks, she runs. Actions with he or she must have S. Well, that was Unit 7, and this is Unit 8. Let's practice our places in town. I know you know them, but let's keep practicing because maybe you will forget them if we do not practice every video. So where is this? This lady is called a baker. She is a baker. She has some cupcakes. They look very nice. Where does she work? What is this place? Come on, you must know this by now. It's the bakery. Okay, this is in America. In America, the sign is blue, red and white. In Thailand, it is white and red, I think, and maybe a little bit of blue, but I know it's white and red. Where is this? We take our letters and our parcels, our boxes, and if we want them to go somewhere, maybe to another country or a different province or Jangwat, we take them here, and this company will take them to where we want them to go. You can read it on the sign. What does it say? Yes, it's the post office. Of course it is. This lady has a little dog. I think it is a French bulldog or a pug. This dog is called a pug. So she has a, what is it? A pet. And the shop looks like it sells things for her dog. So where is this? It's the pet shop. Of course it is. You can get everything you need for your dog or your cat or your snake or your fish or your hamster at the pet shop. Okay, this is America. Here we can see some big red trucks outside. What is this place? The fire station. Of course it is the fire station. Not the firefighter station, okay? Firefighter is the person. Just the fire station. Now this is in Thailand. Two different places that do the same thing, where we keep our money. You can see ATM machines. What are these two places? The bank. Yes, they are banks. The bank. And the last one, or you can read it on the top. This is where we go when we're sick. This one I think is in Korat, but I'm not sure. But it's definitely in Thailand. What is this place? The hospital. I really hope that you know all of these now. Yeah? Yeah, great. Let's check our prepositions of place. So, number one, next to. Number 2, across from. And number 3, between. Remember, if we use the word between, you lawang, we must have 3 places. Yes, we must have 3. In this picture, the bank is between the pet shop and the fire station. So we must have 3 places if we are going to talk about the word between. Okay? Let's look at our question number 1 for Unit 8 again. Let's make sure we understand how to ask the question and what the answer will be. Here is our question. Where? อยู่ที่ไหน ที่ไหน Where's the bank? Where's the bank? This is our question. Where's the bank? So we can see that picture number 1 is the bank, isn't it? Yes? Yes. So we know that where's means where is. We say it's in the answer. This is คำตอบ the answer. It's is the same as the bank. We change the name, the bank, for the word it's. Because we know, รู้แล้ว we know we are talking about the bank because it's in the question. Yes, there it is. Now, again, it's means it is. The same as where's means where is. It is. The bank is next to the hospital, but we say it's rather than the bank. Remember, the word it's is changed for the word the bank. We don't use the bank in the answer. We say it's. Okay. Now the answer is next to. Next to. Here it is. You can. Next to. And the other answer is across from. Across from. ตรงข้าม across from. Here it is. And the boy is across from the girl. Okay. Let's look at the last preposition of place. Here's our question. Where's the pet shop? So now we must find the pet shop. So the pet shop is number 1. And our answer is it's, because we don't want to say pet shop again because we know it's the pet shop. We said it in the question. It's between, อยู่ระหว่าง it's between where? Find the pet shop, number 1. It's between the post office and the bank. Remember, we must have 3 places if we are talking about between. We must have the place in the question. What is that? Yes, the pet shop. And then we must have the 2 places that are on each side of the place in the question. คำถาม pet shop. คำตอบ it's. Between อยู่ระหว่าง the post office and the bank. Pet shop 1. Post office 2. The bank 3. Okay. Okay, great. Let's go over the 6 new vehicle words again. They are number 1, by bike. So this means to go by. Okay, by. To go. The same thing. Go by bike. So this is a bike, a bicycle. By subway. Do you remember the name of the subway in Bangkok? It's the MRT. That's right, the MRT. By taxi. Lots of taxis in Bangkok, all different colours. Red, purple, green and yellow. Purple and yellow. Pink, pink and blue, pink and yellow, blue, blue and red, many, many different ones. By bus, lots of buses in Bangkok. Red ones, orange ones, blue ones, there's a pink one, there's a small orange ones that used to be green but now they are orange. Lots and lots of buses. By car, do you have a car? How many cars do you have? Is your car blue like this one? In Thailand, most people have white cars. I don't know why, but white seems to be the #1 colour for cars. And number 6, on foot. Now, in Thailand, do people walk far on foot? Do they go on foot to places? Not really, no. Why? Because it's very, very hot. Thailand is a hot country. You will get hot and then you will smell and then you will get thirsty and want to drink water, and people just take the bus or they take the subway or they go by car because Thailand is a very, very hot country. In England, I can walk everywhere because it's not hot like Thailand. It's kind of cool. So walking is easier. Okay, here is question 2, but this time we're going to use he or she. We are not going to say I or you. So we know that if we use he or she in a question, the action do must become does. We use does with he or she in the question. How does he? How does she? There they are, he or she. Okay, in the answer, we know we use he or she because that was the question. So the answer will be the same. Now the action go, we cannot use an action without s or es. Remember, if we say he or she, he goes, she goes. Remember, all actions in an answer, if it is he or she, have s or es. He eats, she runs, he cries, she jumps, he laughs, she kicks, he studies, she sleeps, he talks, she drinks. All actions in the answer, any answer, if it is he or she, must have s or es. When we say it, we just say s, yeah? So if we look here, he goes. And then we use this word by, okay? By. Doi, by. And then we use the transport word. Subway, car, taxi, on foot. Okay? Is this quite easy? I think so. Really, all we have to remember is changing does in the question and goes in the answer. Okay? Shall we practice? That's it. That's everything. Do you remember it? Unit 7, Unit 8. Now, when this video uploads to YouTube, I don't think you have very long to do the test. I don't know if it's 2 days or 3 days, but I don't think you're going to get 7 days. But this test is very easy, so I would suggest right now, when you finish this video, go to the Patay Udom Suksa e-learning platform, download this, do the test from the PDF. There are 4 pages. You write here 1, 2, 3, 4. All the answers go here. Do it and send it back to me. You could get this done in 30 minutes today. I'm just saying, if you don't send it, then you lose 15 points out of 65 for all of your grade 3 score. It's a lot. You could do this today. You could do it in 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah? Okay. Right. It needs to be in by the 18th. 1T sit bad. That is your last day. Okay? Do it now, yeah? Do it now. When you finish this lesson, go and do it. Okay. Good luck. And I hope you have enjoyed grade 3 this year, and good luck in grade 4. Bye.